Hey everybody, in today's video I got a copy here of Sushi Striker: The Way of Sushido for the Nintendo 3DS. Um, so I got this copy off of Amazon for a little more than $10, which was an incredible deal, all things considered. Getting a 3DS game on the cheap, um, especially a brand new copy, is always really nice, especially in this day and age. So yeah, this was very interesting because this game came out the very same year that the Switch came out, and of course the Nintendo Switch got its own version of the game. And what makes this interesting is that it's essentially, as far as I can tell, like a one-to-one in terms of compared to the Switch version, as far as I'm aware. Um, then I just love the fact that Nintendo 3DS got ports of games from a wide variety of different platforms. So of course you had all the virtual console stuff, but you also had anomalies like Luigi's Mansion, which was originally a GameCube title, a Metal Gear Solid 3, a PlayStation 2 title, Tales of the Abyss, also a PS2 title, um, and you even got PlayStation 3 games, Street Fighter 4 3D edition that came onto the 3DS. You also had like Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, which recently also just got a Switch release, um, and yeah, of course there's also the Wii U as well. There was the Mario versus Donkey Kong game, Tipping Star, but yeah, it's so fascinating what kind of games came to this thing, because this thing of course um, was a very well very, it was a console I had a lot of fond memories with alongside the DS. But unlike the DS, where they essentially just would make a completely different version, the 3DS version would sometimes just be one to one, or sometimes they just base the game off of the 3DS version, or a mix of both. Really, I know Hyrule Warriors is this weird in between, where they basically took the foundations of the HD version but added the content of the 3DS version, and that's what we got. And lo and behold, we have the Switch version. Now, if I always forgot, I always hated how difficult these cases were to open. Okay, finally got it off. And yeah, here's the game. Now, because this game was released towards the end of the 3DS generation, or life cycle, I should say, it only plays in 2D. They kind of just gave up on having stereoscopic 3D towards the end there. And even some franchises like Pokemon never even had them. I think. I haven't booted up my 3DS in a while. Yeah, how far would you go for sushi? Sushi sprites, dinner for two. Yeah, so I kind of do miss the local play feature of the 3DS and DS a bit. I mean, there are ways around this, but you have to download the game onto a second system, which, depending on where you live, might not be feasible. Um, and oh yeah, this game also has full-on cutscenes as well, which is really nice. But I also think as Scott the Woz mentioned in his video, it may have hurt this game because now they have to charge more for the game, since the budget was much higher to facilitate those cutscenes. Don't get me wrong, having cutscenes in game is awesome, but if it means the game will have to cost more, then, well, you might as well not have them, I guess. It's weird. Like, I do like cutscenes, but at the same time, there are times where it can be problematic. But yeah, here's the cartridge. It's nothing special. You have the instruction. You have the most basic manuals here. It's really nothing. Sorry, no. They give you a manual for viewing the manual. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, but let's actually plop this into my Nintendo 3DS and let's see what. Sorry, 2DS XL, and let's see what happens. So I got my 2DS XL here. It is going to take a bit of time to start up because I did put in a massive micro SD card in this. It is very much possible to put a micro SD card that's larger than 32 gigabytes onto your 3DS, but in doing so, it also drastically slows down the system, which is exactly what happened here. Sometimes it even has Yeah, sometimes it almost feels like my system is crashing, but hey, you gotta. At least I have plenty of space. Okay, so here's the game itself. All right, let's see. Let's see what happens when I boot it up. But yeah, I actually did a video. Oh, shoot. Gotta turn it down. Don't want to. Okay, I don't want to get copyright strike here. But yeah, yeah, we got an actual fully animated opening, which is really nice. I didn't pick up. See, although did watch anime, I didn't pick up on the fact that those games that have that have anime art styles are also done by the same people that make anime. I never came to that logical conclusion growing up. So when people criticize Fire Emblem Fates, for example, for being too anime-like, I thought, wait, what are you guys talking about? And then of course I actually start watching more anime, and then I realized, oh, I see what you mean. And that's when it becomes a little harder to play the game because now I recognize all the tropes and cliches. Yeah, here's the opening cutscene, and yeah, it looks pretty. It looks obviously not as. I mean, it looks pretty good on the 2DS screen, all things considered. Again, they didn't have to do this, but it is nice that they did, and um, but it's also why the game failed, sadly. So yeah, this game I actually did an unboxing for this on the Switch as well, years and years ago. I actually traded that copy, which I kind of regret now. I got it for, I think, yeah, I got it for 20 bucks too. So, yeah, I kind of wish I didn't. And here we go. And here we are. Oh, this was a 2018 game. Oh, I thought it was 2017. Whoops, my mistake. But yeah, 2018. Yeah, we were really late into the generation by that point. Like 2019 was like the last time we actually got anything physical. Like the last physical game I can think of um, was Persona Q2. And because that game was released so late, they didn't have any English voice acting. So, yeah. Alright, but yeah, that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Now, if you like what you saw and want to see more of these sorts of videos, as always, I recommend that you like and you comment and you subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.